Hello everybody! I didn't really feel like playing Minecraft and I didn't feel like editing. This is my character. I'm gonna get right into playing on... I've never played on Greece more than like once, so I think I'm gonna try Greece. I'm not gonna allow cheat codes, I'm gonna play it on normal. I might have actually played on Greece like once, but I don't remember anything about like the layout of the map. Other than there's water, as you can see. There's gonna be like an ocean somewhere. Sea, as you can. Oh yeah, I've played on this before. What the heck? Okay, now that's just strange. I'm gonna not play on that map. I'm gonna play instead on California, maybe? California, sure. I don't know if I've ever played on California before. I'm sure I have at least once, but I don't think it was on this account. No, it wasn't. The materials are broken. Am I not subscribed to the... Hold up. Alright, so I just don't have the assets for either of those maps for some reason. Do I have France assets? Workshop, manage, French assets. You know, screw it, we're playing modded maps instead. Northern Michigan? That's what it's supposed to look like. I think this one is the one that just doesn't exist, though. Like, it's supposed to look like what's in the background, but I don't think it does. Or maybe I'm thinking of a different one. There's one of them where, like, it looks really fleshed out, and then you open the map, and it's actually just a field that you spawn, like, really high up above, with some buildings in it and a little bit of stuff. J. Oh, I turned off cheats. Yeah, this ain't it. Let's play Let's play Midwest US. I think this one's actually somewhat fleshed out. Unlike the Michigan maps, which are not at all. What is that in the distance? Alright, so all I have to my name is this pink van with suspiciously good stats. So I'm gonna drive it into the ocean so that... Actually, no, I think this is a lake. Definitely a lake. This is Michigan. We're in the great state of Michigan. That right there is Indiana. That over there is Chicago. I don't know why they're Actually, I do know why there are gravel beaches, but it still bugs me, because, you know, biggest freshwater dunes on Earth, a little further that way, on the windward side of Lake Michigan, or I guess it'd be the leeward side of Lake Michigan, but it's the windward side of the coast. You can tell that this map hasn't been updated in a while because it's got these rifts, but they close when you get near them. Because the bigger polygons don't fully mesh together unless you click repair edges, because they switched to like a different format so that you could have sand and gravel beaches and stuff like that, because you can have before you could have seven materials on a map. Now you can have 7 materials in a tile, and the use cases are going to be a little... Oh wait, I forgot to put those off. Old man with nothing on his bum. Anyway, yeah, before you could have 7 materials on a whole map, and it was actually a while ago when they updated it, but there was an update that came out that now you can have 7 materials in a tile instead of 7 materials on the whole map. I believe large maps are like 16 tiles or something like that. And crap, my brain just 16. You can have there's 16 tiles, and so you can have more than 7 before you could have 7 materials, and now you can have 7 materials per tile, so you could have like different types of beaches. Basically, it's easier to have biomes now, but you kind of need the biomes to be contiguous, or else it doesn't really work super well. I believe ponchos are bigger than sweater vests in terms of storage space, so I'm not gonna change. Lots of clothing on the Midwest. Midwest people must hate running around naked with a hammer in their hand. No pants, though. Everyone... Is that because nobody bothered to wear pants, or because nobody bothered to take their pants off? Oh boy, the zombies are coming. Better take my pants off. That car's balancing. Why am I trying to crouch with control? I haven't played this game in ages. I'm gonna break this car so that more cars will spawn, because on a large map, there can only be 64 vehicles on the entire map. I catch it. That road leads to Chicago. This is like Muskegon, or this is too small to be Grand Rapids, I think. But it might be Grand Rapids. It's like Muskegon or Grand Rapids or something. I don't feel like it is Grand Rapids, but at the same time, abstractions. This definitely feels like Muskegon vibes to me, but I don't know if they went that precise. This may be Grand Rapids, given how much forest woodland there is. As opposed to non-forested woodland, which is... where is that Grand Rapids? I'm not so sure. That could be like Detroit or something, but then it wouldn't be inland. So I'm gonna guess it's... Unless it was some guy from Lansing made the map, and this is actually just Lansing. No, I'm guessing this is Grand Rapids. as much as it is funny for there being an old guy with, oh wait, I do have pants. They're just very stupid pants. I was gonna say it would be really funny for an old guy to just walk around and beat you up with a hammer, but oh, sorry. For an old guy who is not wearing pants to walk around and beat you up with a hammer, that'd be quite funny. Like if I was just walking around with no pants, beating people up with a hammer, that would be peak comedy. But I'm repeating the joke so many times that it's like, why are you repeating the joke? And now I'm explaining a joke about how I repeated the joke. It's like, why are you doing that? And I should just like shut up, but I'm too tired for that, so I'm not gonna. Oh, that's straight up just a gun on the ground. That's funnier than a hammer. An old man with no pants and a gun is amusing to me. About to have pants and a gun. Oh, got him. Let me look at my skills. Okay, I didn't cheat in any XP last time I played on this map. That is good. You are going to die now. Alright. Look at all of these people. Do you want to die now? Too bad. You are going to anyway. Oh, look at all this. It's a hugging party. Oh. It's a party of people that get to hug each other and then die because I'm stabbing them with a knife. Oh no, it's a purple guy. That just... You think you can defeat me just because you can turn purple and go invisible and then run around behind me? Too bad, purple man. Your invisibleness was... Invisibleness is not my kryptonite. Ooh, a flare. I can use this to attract murder victims to me. This map is really generous with the loot spawns. Oh my gosh. Bro just got murdered. It's a serial killer in Grand Rapids. It's like 1 AM, I gotta get to sleep. No, not 1 AM. God, what am I on about? It's like 1 PM. Yeah, it's 1:35 PM. It's my bedtime. I can't talk. I'm so tired. I've been awake since 9 PM yesterday. What is my sleep schedule? It is thoroughly and utterly cooked. Oh, I can't jump because I'm spending all my energy running around like a stupid person looking at food items that I don't actually want. Like this. Blue apple juice from my grandmother's house, or this carrot from my grandmother's house, or this chocolate bar from my grandmother's house, or this candy bar from my grandmother's house, or this other candy bar from my grandmother's house. Why is all this stuff from my grandmother's house? Grammy, have you been filling up the snack drawers with expired food? Clearly this is scrapyard. Oh, a homeless tent. Are we in Saginaw? I'm sorry, that was rude. I've never actually been to Saginaw. Actually, have I? I've never actually been to Saginaw and remembered it. I've probably been to Saginaw. I've been near Saginaw plenty of times, but I don't remember going into Saginaw, though. I'm sure I've been to Saginaw, and it's just smaller than I think it is. Now that I have a top hat, that means I am truly a professional at this game. Homeless tents. Homeless tents. Where are we? This isn't California. The median that house probably costs less than the average tent in California. This home price is... It's not super low, but it's like lower than a lot of places would have it at. Like, communal seating area. Oh crap, I just ran into a pole. That's not... What is that glitchiness? What is this map? Why is there a skyscraper? Why is the Space Needle in Detroit? Hold on. I'm assuming that's Detroit because it's in the direction that Detroit would be in if this were somewhat geographically realistic, which I think it kind of sort of is, maybe. Why is the Detroit over there? Is that Detroit? No, why is not why is Detroit over there? Why is the Space Needle in Detroit? Is that Detroit? Or is that Ohio? Where is the sun? Okay, so the sun is setting to the west, which means that this is probably like Chicago or something. Hold on. Did I make it to Chicago? Yeah, I think I did. I think this is Chicago. Did I start in Gary? Hold on, is that Gary over there? Like, clearly this is... Didn't think to fill up my... Like, this is definitely Chicago, because we're on the west side of the lake. Meaning that over there is probably Grand Rapids. Can't believe I've been spending so much time in a place that isn't Michigan. Was that Columbus or no, not Columbus. That's gotta have like been Detroit or something. Cause I don't know. I'm so confused. What is that map making technique? I tried that once when I was a very small child, and I knew better. I'm just insulting this random map. Can I not? Can't. Oh, it's right click to extract. I'm so smart. And yet... this giant wall in the way. What's below me? Oh, just some average day in Chicago. Why is the Space Needle in Chicago? Like, they could have added the Sears Tower. They didn't have to add the Space Needle. Way in the south over there. It's like, I don't know what it is, but it's not Chicago. Because this is Chicago, I'm guessing. And as such, I'm in Illinois. So I have to get out of Illinois, lest I become a bad driver. Not too late. I'm already on the wrong side of the road. Crap, this ain't going well. Bouncing through the snowdrifts in a big blue cloud of smoke. The people laugh as I drive by, I wonder what's the joke. Oh, rust and smoke, the heaters broke, the door just blew away. I light a match to see the dash, and then I start to pray. Hey, the frame is bent, the muffler went, the radio, it's okay. I really cannot sing. That's a song by Dioupers. They're from Dioop, which I don't think is on this map. I think I remember from a long time ago when I looked at this map, it did not have Dioop. And I cried. I think that's Grand Rapids. Or like Muskegon. If I go inland, I'm going to mid-Michigan, which is where I know best. I don't know. In real life, I feel like there's more farms here. Oh, see, there's a farm right there. Which farm is that? Is that like Morris Farm? No, we're south of Lansing. This is gonna be like... Why did I just blank on cities south of Lansing? It's not that difficult. Cities south of Lansing. That's gonna be Flint, isn't it? Yeah, that one's... Or is that Detroit? That might be Detroit. Why is Detroit there? I guess because Lake Huron doesn't really... There is no Detroit River on this map. Yeah, I think this is Detroit. Because ain't no way this is Port Huron. I get that it's a port on Lake Huron, but it's Detroit, even though that's not accurate for what Detroit is. If that's Detroit, I gotta go north. Why are there more deciduous trees up there than down here? I feel like, shouldn't it be the other way around? Oh look, it's Canada off in the distance. Oh, this map, that's the border of the primary and secondary terrain. So I used to mess around in the level editor of this game, alright, a lot. And so it used to be that there was a separate terrain for in the map and out of the map, and like the in-map terrain was more complicated, but getting them to line up at the edges was horrible. And then in an update, they combined it so that it's all one kind of terrain. Which means that now if you go outside of the map, it still has collision. That's a fun fact for you. Anyway, so when they did that, the borders where it just like became straight vertical walls, and then sometimes when it simplifies from because you're a distance away, the straight vertical wall like can be visible from inside the map. I'm glad they made the change, but it was kind of annoying. I believe the Mackinac Bridge is the edge of the map. Oh, that's not the Mackinac Bridge. It goes to Canada. I guess this is a Mackinac Strait then. Yeah. Or Canada stole the UP and held it for hostage. Anyway, I didn't do any of the actually playing the game. Let me check the map. Can this load faster, please? Typically when I ask it to happen faster, it does. Alright. J at give 1176M. Alright, so that was Obsidiaville. What? And the city I went to was Indianapolis. I'll be honest, better than going to Cleveland or Columbus or whatever. And I was looking for something up here. There's nothing up here. Elkhart? Elkhart. I don't know where Elkhart is. Peoria Farm. Dead Sea. Oh no, not the Dead Sea, famously in southern Illinois. Naperville. They had to include Naperville in there. Rockford Ruins. Lansing Pass. Detroit Grand Rapids. I knew they did something like that with like Lansing. They don't have Flint though. Like it'd be Lansing, Flint, Saginaw, Traverse City, the Yup. Like Madison AFB should, like Green Bay, there should just be a road that goes all the way around on like a land thing here, connects up to this bridge, and then also connects out there, instead of whatever this giant thing is, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, anyway, bye.